Well, hello there. Welcome back yet again to Dr. Pluding's Computer Laboratorium. What are we at? Installment 6. Installment 6, episode 6. Whatever. It's progressing not very quickly. This. However, recap since recap. Yeah, recap. This 8-bay QNAP TS0809, I think it's called. Nice chassis, nice power supplies, rubbish motherboard and CPU. I want to repurpose it to put in a nicer motherboard, still just as old as the original one, but this is a proper server board, Supermicro something, Xeon processor, ECC RAM, built-in SAS controller which will hook up nicely to this backplane, and so on. Where are we at? Yeah, we're at that I've confirmed the motherboard is working, the CPU, everything there is fine. The internal SAS controller on this board is sort of working. Sometimes drives aren't discovered during boot. However, once it's booted up and everything, I can access the drives. I've done an endurance test. It might be a bit much to call it, but I've done something on this drive. An old Samsung 1 terabyte built in. Where is it from? It is from manufactured in 2009, in May of 2009. So it has a few years on it, and it's not been spinning since then though, but I don't know how many hours. Because we have hard drives that have ticks over, so they've done more than 65,553 hours. Some of the drives here are such that I believe. Yes. But where we're at now, the board is currently running off the power supply in over there, in that one, which isn't really any good. The power supply is good, but it's not a good solution. So I need to figure out how to use the built-in redundant power supplies here. And these should not be plugged in, I don't believe, when it is not operational, because they are quite a little bit warm to the touch, indicating that they use a fair amount of power when doing nothing. Now, I tried this before, didn't I? Using those power supplies, but a little bit it didn't work, and that might well have something to do with these connectors, which I'm not quite sure what they are and what they do, and so on. So first of all, see if I can. I can't really get a good angle for you here. It doesn't matter. So very limited amount of people actually watch my videos, which I understand they're rubbish. And both look as though, and the content-wise is also as if they were made by a 10-year. But I have like 25 years of professional experience working with stuff like this, so I don't know. However, may not be taking it as seriously here in the home lab as I would have if it was during paid working hours and so on. This might have been done slightly differently and slightly more organized and so on when you have the time and when you're getting paid for it and everything. But now I'm not getting paid for it. I'm just doing this for my own sake and to maybe repurpose this and get some use of this QNAP chassis rather than just leaving it to the e-waste recyclers. Yeah. They put them on in big containers and ship them to Africa, I think, where they do all sorts of nasty stuff in order to get the precious metals out of here. Yeah, it's a sad state of operations and affairs that we are in as a species. Terrible fucking people. Anyway, ATX connector going in. There you go. And this thing I also have to do something with, because here we have 12 and 5 volts coming off the power supplies of the QNAP chassis. This connector is for the CPU power for the motherboard. I need to get to the 5 volts, but I also need to get to the 12 volts and get all of that to the hard drive backplane, right? So what I have managed to de-pin a few connectors, and I was thinking of putting them in like so, in there, and thereby breaking out all of that. However, that still won't give me access to the 12 volts, because the 12 volts it is all of the 12 volts. Okay, there's one. That one isn't actually going into this connector. But what I think I'll do is I'll just cut it and splice it all together. So I have 12 volts for the CPU power and 12 and 5 volts out of here going to the hard drives. I think that's what I'll do. One big soldering job or something. Let's see here now if I can get get that on there. Power connector, like so. I hope that the board isn't shorted out on something underneath here. It might be, might not be, you never know. Fan, there you go. To provide adequate, great cooling. Right, see here now, where did I put my tool? You can look at this in the meantime while I'm looking for the tool. There we go. At this, what is this? This is you see a mouse, you see a keyboard, you see all sorts of rubbish. Right, last time I tried this, it just turned on for 1 second and then turned off, and I expect the same sort of behavior. Now, however, nothing is happening. Now, what? Come on. Did I do something wrong? That goes into there, that goes into there. That should be fine. That should be all your... That goes into there and that goes into there, yeah. That should be all that you require. There you go. You see, it boots up for it boots up. It starts up for just a short while, and then nothing. If we can nag it a bit, try again. Now, I would think that it has something to do with these then. See if we can figure out what these do and what they need. The one thing to do would try just to short these 2 pins. It might be something like power supply OK from the original motherboard piece. I also Googled this. I found these on eBay. They go for like $300-400, or I don't know if they go for it, but the asking price is $300-400 or something. So if you're looking for a motherboard for a QNAP TS809, I can offer it to you for $150, something. Bargain, isn't it? It even has more RAM than it did originally, and it's been kept in good storage. So on, and it's in perfect working order as far as I can make out. See here, multimeter. If we get some sort of voltage or something coming off these, can I get this in shot? Yeah, kind of. Come on. Yeah, let's see. I don't know what to probe for, but we start with the voltage and see if we get anything in. If I can even get to the... I probably can't get to them. We need to de-pin this connector. These are a lot simpler to do. If you try and get it in shot, what it is that you're trying to do, yes, these are a bit easier to de-pin than the big ones, aren't they? It's supposed to anyway. But now I'm on camera, so it's get more clumsy and more all sorts of business whilst doing that. And also trying to speak in a foreign language and trying to. There we go. There's one of them, and then ground. Ground. Go on, ground. Ground. Well, I could take ground from anywhere. Yes, I'm so elegant with my fingers here when it comes to this stuff, especially as I said on camera and trying to comment on what the hell I'm doing. So it's apparently not the same as talking to yourself whilst doing it, because that I can manage just fine. Yes, but I'm not speaking English then. No, but English is like a second language to me. It's not like it's it takes a lot of effort to speak it. I don't have to search for words and so on very often anyway. Sometimes. And sometimes I'm even a bit more eloquent in English than I would be in my native svenska. För helvete, din jävla sladdarjävel. Ta och lossna nu, jag blir fan tokig här. Vad är det frågan om? Lossna nu för fan. Bli galen. Lossna här nu. Kom ut som din granne gjorde där nu. Det gick ju jättebra för han. Ja, your neighbor who came out just fine. Why is it that you're wanting to be so difficult here? Yeah, also speaking in different accents and trying to. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, this is what it is. This is what it is. Filming it just for fun, really, and putting it up on the YouTubes. I could have done this without filming it, and I would probably have been done by now with the whole thing. No, I wouldn't, because I haven't had that much time to work on this. Or a whole lot else. But get out. I'm pulling it. There you go. Thank you very much. There we have it. Now then, see what we have. Positive. There. And ground. There. Ground. There. I think it could be as easy as just shorting these out, and that will tell the power supply to, yeah, you should. I'm supposed to be running because these two pins are shorted. Or it could be something magical, little resistor that you need to put in here with a value or something that I don't know what. There, we should have a good enough connection for the purposes. And you can see the display. Yes, you can. There we go. Try and turn it on, see what happens now. If we get any. We got 5 volts. So we got 5 volts there. But then it turns off instantly. Okay. Should we try shorting them? Or should we try putting a resistor in between just to be a little bit safe? I will short them. PC power supplies have overcurrent protection and everything, right? Now watch as the breaker blows and the lights go out and there's a big bang. No, but there's no difference. There's no difference. But, how is this supposed to work then? You know, I don't know. Really don't know. Just that this didn't help. Come on. Stop being difficult. Obviously this isn't working. So this is something more complicated then. Or or words. No. We can also try pulling one of the power supplies and see what that does, if anything. We get into one just to see if that makes any difference. There we go. Power supply pulled. If we can make any sense of what's going on here, there is one called power supply on, for example. Here, if you wouldn't mind focusing, thank you. This one is named PS on. Yes, and if we look in here, it goes in like so. There, and it makes contact down there, and then it goes into this little board in here. And I'm thinking that it needs a signal or something that says tells it to run. Oh, this was more complicated than I initially envisioned to do. See here, if we now have only one power supply. Do you want to... no difference. No difference. Right then. Right then. PS on. So imagine this is the power supply. I'm imagining that there is something here that dealing with the redundancy of the power supplies. They don't operate in a failover kind of a fashion. They're both active, but still, there's probably something here that needs to happen for it. But this is a standard ATX connector, so there should not be nothing going on. What we could do? We could do this here on the standard ATX connector. Come on, let loose, mate. Come on, play the game and so on. If you want to. There you go. See, let's try to get the camera here too. This one, the green one, the green wire. If we ground that, no, not the green wire. Is it? Do I have to look this up? No, it's the green one, isn't it? Yeah, it's the green one. You ground that, and that tells the power supply to be on, right? Where is the gray one? It is but the gray one here is pin number 5, and I know it's the 4th one that you ground to get it to operate and run. I need a little jumper cable. I'm going to make myself a little jumper cable. Here's my wire stripping tool, I think you call it, right? There we go, and that side, there we go. There, and imagine what I do here is always out of shot and what I'm trying to do. But whatever, we just twist the English name for the wires in the wire, kardeler, we say, kardel. So one goes in there, and the other one goes into any of the black ones, like so, maybe. You see, now it's running. Interesting. So why isn't it? Why is it not working when used on the motherboard? Just regularly, as it would be, as it were. I have absolutely no idea. I'll put it back there, and we can wait a bit, maybe see if the board management controller wants to wake up. Because it ought to have, must have, the standby power provider from here. So we should get some sort of LED lighting up or blinking or something. Oh, but this is a problem. If I can't get it to work with this power supply. Why would that be? It's not like I have a whole lot of power draw from it. It can't be overcurrent protection kicking in or anything like that. No, I don't think so. Power coming out of it isn't good enough. I don't know. So that's that then. Think a bit. Thinking. Yeah, sure. Thinking on camera is not one of my strong points. It's difficult. You should try it yourself if you think it's so goddamn easy. The 10-year-old can do it. I'm a bit stuck up on this negative comment, but I'm not. I said it before. If anything, it inspired me to continue. Anyway, why isn't this working? We can forcibly power on the thing, right? If we do, now this is certainly not advised in the user's manual, I don't think. But if we do forcibly power this on by taking the green one, if we can get access to it without shorting on anything else, and then there, grounding it. Okay, we have something. Because if it's working now, then I don't really see why it wouldn't work regularly. Is it working now? Give it a moment. It's a server board. It needs a little time to initialize things. Think things over. It doesn't look too promising, but we have lights are blinking. CPU is dead cold. Oh, yeah. The connector is definitely connected. We have. No, it is dead cold. There's absolutely nothing going on. What might the issue be then? Now forcibly feeding power or forcibly keeping the power supply on. If we now short out the power button pins. Still nothing. Still nothing. But if I can't use the power supplies here, the LED has turned on in. That's good. But if I can't use the power supplies, there it is. It took it a while, but okay. Well, I suppose this is one way of operating it then. Jumping that like so, it just means that when you turn the power on, it will be on, and it will not really be possible to shut down. Well, power off anyway. It doesn't matter because I'm not intending on having this plugged in, since these seem to draw a bit of power, and this is for seldom use. this whole thing. Insert blah 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 blah. Yeah, but that's okay because that SSD that is supposed to be booting from is connected to that power supply, so it's completely expected for it not to boot. Here, sun is out again, so screw this. I'm going outside, but that's it. It's working. Lovely. Yeah. Pull the power out. That's it for now. Thank you so much so far. Cheerio.